Hi, my name is Caroline Efforth. I am a senior environmental science major here at Georgia College. For the past 2 semesters, I have been studying microplastic prevalence in local hydrologic and sediment systems. Specifically, I have been quantifying microplastics um, from samples from Lake Lanier and 3 beaches in Hilton Head Island, in addition to my own residential tap water. I'm interested in microplastics because with our dependency on plastic products comes plastic in the form of an environmental contaminant at the size of microplastics. Plastics do not break down fully; they just get smaller and smaller. So they have the potential to pose ecosystem health problems in addition to human health problems as they act as endocrine disruptors. So I will briefly walk you through my methodology. In terms of the water samples, I collected a liter of water from each location, but filtered 200 milliliters through the filter apparatus shown in Figure A. The filter paper is shown in Figure C. The filter paper caught objects greater than 1.5 micrometers. So the water was filtered through 200 milliliters of each water sample was filtered through the filter paper. The filter paper was dried, and then I marked the filter paper off into 4 quadrants so that when I was looking at the filter paper under the dissection microscope with a camera, I could count the microplastics in each quadrant. A similar process applied to the sediment samples after the microplastics were separated out from the sediment. In order to do this, I immersed 300 grams of each sediment sample in a dense brine solution, which encouraged the microplastics to float to the top. After those samples sat for 2 hours, I decanted the water into the filters and counted the microplastics in the same way that I counted the water samples. In terms of results, Figure E shows a microplastic that I took a picture of from my residential tap water. On average, I found 4 pieces of microfiber per 100 milliliters of tap water that I sampled. In terms of the Hilton Head Beach environments, more microplastics were found in the sediment samples than in the water samples. That actually also applies to Lake Lanier. On average, though, in terms of water, Lake Lanier had 6 pieces per 100 milliliters of water. Tap water had 4 pieces per 100 milliliter, and then Hilton Head Island showed an average of 2 pieces of microplastics per 100 milliliters of water. Sediment sample-wise, Lake Lanier showed 13 pieces of microplastics per 100 grams of sediment sampled, and Hilton Head Island showed 9 pieces of microplastics per 100 grams of water. 100 grams of soil. So Figure E showcases another picture of a microplastic that I found in a sample from Coligny Beach, which is one of the most popular beaches in Hilton Head Island. From Figure 2, you can see from the sediment sample that more microplastics were found at Coligny Beach in the sediment samples than any other beach in Hilton Head. Figure G shows yet another microplastic that I found, this time from Burton Mill Park in Lake Lanier. And all this data goes to show that microplastics are indeed prevalent in hydrologic and sediment systems. I think that more research into how prevalent they are is worthwhile to assess the urgency of the risk that they pose to the health of ecosystems and human health. I would like to thank my professor, Dr. Mutiti, for his guidance for the past 2 semesters as it pertains to this research project, in addition to Dr. Snyder for helping me figure out how to use the dissection scope with the camera. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my friend Skylar for accompanying me on the trip to sample sediment and water at Hilton Head Island. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day.